Yaha! Whoa. What happened? Hey, wake up! Wake up! Okay, there you are. I thought I'd lost you there for a second. Yaha! Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for waiting for me. Even though it took me like a whole hour to set everything up. I just wanted to make sure I had some good visuals to show you, to show off everything that we're getting with this opening. No glasses? Yeah! That's honestly probably the first thing I can talk about. So, people have asked a lot about it, and I figured this is a good way to do that while still having confidence. To be honest with you, I get a little nervous in public if I'm not wearing my glasses, so this is a little scary. I just have more confidence if I'm wearing my glasses out in public, so I think for everybody that loves to see me without them, I'll make a habit of not wearing them for most membership streams. This is not a membership stream. This is more like a preview. In fact, I can do more for you. Hold on. I will show you what the average members only stream will look like, okay? It'll look something like this. Hi. Again, wake up. Snap out of it. Yeah, most membership streams will look something like this. We'll just chat for a while and it'll be in a room like this. I think I'll just stay here for a bit, actually, just to really let it sink in, I guess. Yeah, I figure like a cozier vibe, something a little less, I don't know, a little less grand, a little less, what is the word, polished? Is that what I'm looking for? Just a very chill, just hanging out vibe. That's kind of what I'm hoping for memberships. So I hope that if you join, that you can look forward to that and that you can enjoy it. Unfortunately, there's not too much that I can offer because I'm really, here's the thing, I'm scared to commit to anything regular. I'm scared because I feel like if I say like, you'll get this every single month, what if I can't do it that month? What if that happens? So expect nothing and be, I guess, just look forward to whatever happens. But to explain what we will get just irregularly, I'll have streams just like this. For one, members only streams locked behind memberships where we just chat. There'll probably be no objective. Alternatively, I may do some activity-based membership streams. For example, I could draw off stream. I could not off stream, I guess on stream, but locked. I could do work streams is something I've thought about. There's a lot of work that I have to do off stream for preparing other things and other projects. Things like recording, mixing, making videos. So I may do that if you're curious about that. Can't guarantee it yet. I don't know yet. I'll figure that out, but that's something I'm considering. You may get, as I've described in the perks, you may have read this already when you had joined, if you joined. But there will also be on occasion, because this is very difficult to like verify, but members only videos as well. My goal is to give you a cappella versions of covers that I've released, just vocal only, like no instrumental. I've noticed that a lot of people like to make their own versions of covers and karaoke streams and stuff. So this is my way of kind of giving you the full quality thing. But again, there's a lot of checking that goes into making that happen. So it will not happen for every single song. I'll tell you right now, it will not happen. There will be some songs, some covers in the future that I just can't do it for. So they will likely be infrequent, but that is something else I'm considering for memberships. And that covers my plans for now, as far as actual video stream type content. But I'll let you know if I have more ideas in the future, or if I realize like, oh, I can commit to this as well. This isn't too hard for me to do. So the perks may change a little bit in the future, and if they do, I'll let you know. I'll adjust everything, and then we can talk about it again. Any idea for the schedule? I'd like to do, again, I'm not committing to it, so please don't yell at me if I don't do it in the future at any point, but my goal is to do 2 membership streams a month. Ideally, at least 1 would be great. But it's a little difficult for me because my schedule is always jam-packed, not just with streams, but with life stuff, things I have to take care of around the house, etc., etc. So it can be a little difficult to commit. Yeah, that is my goal. My goal, the one I'm aiming for, is 2 per month. So if you join for a month, you should and might, dare I say might, get 2 membership streams. Getting a little distracted. What? There's nothing distracting in here. It's just a normal room. Oh my goodness, you can be so silly. All right, hold on. Let me... Yeah, that's basically what membership streams will look like. I'll set up a scene like that. Just a silly little room. Maybe it's an Airbnb. Maybe it's a hotel room. Maybe it's like maybe it's a park. Maybe we go out to the park. I don't know. I like to pick my destinations spontaneously sometimes. So I hope you don't mind if it shakes up every now and then. Oh yes, of course. I also have some things that I need to show you. Let me make sure that this is set up properly first. There are some special things that come with memberships that you already have, and also some other stuff I have to explain. So hold on. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yes. No. Where is it? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Okay. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. All right, we're going to go to a presentation screen, but the chat is not going to be there, all right? So sorry about that. I made a mistake. Kaelix made an oopsie, and I'm not going to be able to set it up right now. I see what was wrong. I thought I fixed it, but anyway. Let me go ahead and show you some cool stuff. Yeah, PowerPoint, but not a PowerPoint, and you would be above my head normally, but you're just here in spirit today. Hello again, Fria. Thank you so much for stopping by. Congrats on monetization, Kaelua. Oh, is it because I don't have my glasses on? Do I look like Killua? Am I like Killua from Hunter x Hunter? I need to finish that. I stopped at I stopped immediately after Greed Island, and I haven't watched anything since. I'm so curious about everything else that happens. Yeah, 1/2. I gotta make room. I gotta make room for everything else. So, for starters, we can look at what we have already just in higher definition. So, for the emotes for memberships, these were made by Honey. Aren't they so cute? Ah, so wonderful. I'm so happy with the characterization and the personality. Oh my goodness, isn't that just like me? Here, hold on. Do you see let's see if we can get the resemblance here. Hold on. So, all right. Top left, right? You see that? Doesn't look just like me. How about this one? Or I guess not. They really... You see the vision? They cooked. And they did it while balancing a full-time job outside of illustrations, outside of art. Isn't that crazy? I'm so thankful. Very, very endlessly thankful for the time and the work that Honey put in. So please go support them. Their Twitter is Snudzuzu. Okay. Snuzzuzu. I'm a little bad at pronouncing names sometimes. Okay, isn't it cute? Oh, head pat. Ah, I forgot. Okay, so you may see a head pat emoji here that you don't have access to. Reason is, I forgot to put it in there. That's all. It'll be there. I'll add it after the stream. I just forgot. Yeah, I'll add it later. I forgot. I think when I set everything up, I didn't have all the slots, but now I do. In fact, I have more than I can actually fill. So I'll add that later. I may even add something else later. We'll see. Yeah, I hope that you can enjoy these emotes. I'd like to add on to these in the future, irregularly, just whenever the time is really good. I'm the type that likes to pile things up and celebrate with a bunch of little treats, as you can see now. Like realistically, the next two things that I'm going to show you, technically I didn't need to save it for memberships, but I thought it'd be fun. It just makes it feel like a bigger party, so. All right, next. I have to show you and explain, for those who are unfamiliar, my egosa tag. はい。俺もエゴサタグ作りましたよ。俺のライブ配信では日本語を喋りません。ちょっと寂しいですからね。寂しいですから、このタグ見てみます。はい。見てみます。そして練習します。見てみますけど、日本語はまだ難しいです。難しいですから、シンプルにしてください。漢字 OK ですけど、slang. What's the word for slang in Japanese? ダメです。Because it's pre-written and not on stream, I can read kanji, I can pull up my dictionary more easily. But please avoid slang. はい、シンプルにしてください。スラング。スラング。so it's a loan word. はい。漢字 OK ですけど、スラングはダメです。ごめん。シンプルにしてくださいね。So to explain what this tag is for Western viewers, EN viewers, because this isn't very common outside of JP. So, egosa means ego search. And what this basically functions as is this is a hashtag on twitter.com that I will check as regularly as I can. I'll try to make a habit of checking it after each stream. There may be times when I check it after a few streams and I pile it up. But this is a good way for you to reach me directly. The main motive, I'm going to be so honest with you, the main motive that I have for this is that I cannot speak Japanese as fluently as I'd like to on stream. And that can make it very, very difficult for Japanese viewers to reach me and to communicate with me. So this way, it's easier for them to show their appreciation or to let me know what they like or to raise any issues, any concerns. Alternatively, it's a great way to just show me anything you'd like me to see. This goes for just like everybody, to be clear, not just JP. So please do not be afraid to use it. But that's my main motive, to be clear. So I'd like to establish a small boundary for it. Please avoid spamming it, okay? Because if it's filled with things from one person, for example, it'd be very difficult for me to read everything. And I do want to do my best to read everything. I really want to try to commit to that. So to write it out for you, if you cannot write these characters very easily, the tag is debonheir miru. The debonheir from debonair is in katakana. And the miru is in hiragana. Miru as in look. Debonheir miru. It's really cute. It's actually an idea from my Mane-san, from my manager. I was very torn. I had a bunch of ideas, and I was like, "What do you think?" And she was like, "I think debonheir miru would be really cute." I was like, it's so cute. How didn't I think of this? Why didn't I think of that?" So feel free to use this to show me anything you'd like to see, or like me to see. Some examples of this would be, for example, sometimes I'll recommend certain teas. I've mentioned some teas on stream, a couple brands. And I noticed that people will use my general tag to show that they've tried it, that they purchased it, and that they're tasting it for the first time. That's a good thing to put in here. Similar examples, I'll use Frio as an example since he stopped by. I don't know if he's still listening, but he's the GOAT. I love that guy. he has recommended a bunch of physical locations, coffee shops, for example, and people will use his egosa tag to show that they went to that place in person and that they liked it or whatever. Alternatively, another thing that I've seen in my general tag as I look through it is that this one makes me so emo. People will go to, for example, Sentimilli Mental concerts or Kenshio Nezu's concerts, and they'll take a little picture or a video that has me in it. That's another thing that's really good to put in there. It's just something you'd really like me to see. It could be a place to alternatively just to be like, I really, really loved this stream. This part made me really happy. Please do this more. Or it could be a way to be like, I'd love to hear more of this genre in another karaoke stream. Or have you ever checked out this game? Or even just like on a more serious note, it could be like, hey, I'm kind of worried about this thing that I've noticed during stream. Do you have any ideas to fix this, or is this not a concern, etc.? It's basically just the tag to reach me directly with. So please use it wisely, use it carefully, use it cautiously, because it's a big power. It comes with big responsibility. So avoid spamming it. And if there's anything that you can send to another tag that I've established, please send it there instead. Because I do check my other tags. I don't check them as frequently as I plan to check this one, but I still check every single tag. I scroll, even the clips tag, I scroll through the whole thing. What is general mostly used for? So general is kind of like a catch-all. Rather than reaching me directly, the idea with general is just that if you have something that relates to me, but you can't find a better tag for it among like my art tag, clip tag, etc., you can just send it to general. Another good thing to do is to just put the general tag onto a post in addition to anything else, because that makes it easier for other people to see. Yeah, it's just anything that relates to me. So that being said, I'd prefer that... Here's an example of a good way to distinguish between them, right? If you've made a meme for me, and you'd really like me to see it, even if you'd really like me to see it, I'd personally prefer that it just goes to the meme tag so that it doesn't fill up the egosa tag. Does that make sense? However, if there is like a meme that you have not made, like you just really, really want me to see, that's okay, but in moderation, okay? For example, I love monkey videos. I'd love to see monkey videos. Please do not fill it with monkey videos. You know what I mean? Be cautious. Be mindful of how much space in the tag you're taking up. And if this is your incentive, and you'll know when it's too much, but if any person in particular uses it poorly or too much, I may mute them so that I can read the rest. So be very careful not to spam it every single day with a ton of stuff. Just be careful. I think it will come naturally. You won't have to worry too much. Thus concludes the explanation of the egosa tag. I'll try to remember to make a post about it on Twitter as well, so that you can just click it if you'd like to, or copy paste more easily. But I hope that makes sense for anybody that's unfamiliar with the concept. I'll see if I can also, maybe I'll do it as like a reply to my hashtag post, or maybe I should make a new hashtag post. We'll find out. Anyway, I have one more special thing to reveal to you. It's been in the works for a bit. I'm very excited to finally have it so that I can show it to you. Are you ready? I wonder, any guesses? Any guesses? I wonder what it is. Yeah, one more thing. Ah, there it is. It is, in fact, the mascot design. Woohoo! Yes, there were so many cute fan mascot concepts that I saw that were shared that people worked hard on, and I was really, really torn. It was really, really hard to make a decision on this. I agonized over it for a whole like 2 weeks before I started putting this in motion, but I paid close attention to what people were most gravitated towards, what people did the most, what people recreated the most. And in particular, I saw a lot of love for the mascot design that my mama added to their fan art for me post-debut, like immediate post-debut. It was really, really cute, and I was attached to it as well. So I went to them and I asked them to make a full reference for it. And from henceforward, like this moment onward, this is my official mascot design. You're free to represent yourself with this. You're free to represent me with this. You're free to just associate me with it. This is the official look of the debonair. Kawaii desho? It's very cute, right? I'm just so happy that I could work with my mama so soon post debut as well. I've admired their work for a while, well before getting here, so It means a lot to me to have had something made completely by them for me. So you may notice all the little extra poses, all the little references. For example, the default expression is just a couple eyes, but if you'd like to express a more big emotion, you know, I got some big emotions. You're free to jazz it up a little bit, give him some bigger eyes, give him some so like smaller eyes maybe, give him some tears. You can do whatever you want. It's kind of fluid. Basic idea is that if it has a vague monkey shape in white and a yellow circle on the head, that's a debonair. So you're free to transform it as you need, give it like accessories, clothes if you'd like to. Yeah, this is the base look. And you also have a little size reference right here, you see? This is how small you are. You look like an egg. Yes, right? I think it's so cute. That was actually the motive that I had behind this is another thing I can explain. The member name, Debonair Royale, right? Are you familiar with Royale with an E? I don't know if you know, but that's actually an egg custard. It's an egg custard that's been cut out in a specific shape. I think it's European. I'm pretty sure it might be like French or British maybe. Yeah, that is why. So Debonair Royale is just leaning into the egg similarities. I don't know. I like monkeys. I like eggs. Debonair. You see the vision? I don't know if it was intended to look like an egg, but I love that it does. It makes me so happy. It's so cute. So yeah, a humongous thank you to Sainomama. Please go support them. Their username is right here over on Twitter, SAINO_M. Very, very cool artists. They do a lot of work for a bunch of cool companies and stuff. You gotta go check them out. They recently did work for Project Sekai that was really good. You gotta go watch that music video, support that, go stream that. They do illustrations for Pokemon cards as well. Go play the TCG. I don't know, just show them some love, show them some support. They worked very hard. そのまま本当にありがとう。嬉しいです。マスコット大好き。I love this mascot very, very much. Very, very thankful. サイのままか。待って。いる。ありがとう。アクセファありがとう。そのまま。大丈夫ですか? This is okay. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I didn't expect to see you here today. Thank you so much. 嬉しい。Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. I will continue to do my best. これからもよろしく。Hold on, I need to make sure I never miss you again. Where are you? Where'd you go? How can I find you again? There you are. Okay. I'll have to do this another time. I'll remember this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Ganbarimasu. I will do my best to make you proud. But yes, that is everything I have to show you today. I'll do my best to remember to post this on Twitter as well, so you can have it in full resolution. Feel free to use this as a reference when making fan illustrations, fan art. I saw if someone made a really cool like crocheted one, like a plush. It was really cute as well. Feel free to use this however you'd like. Thank you so much, Shadow Mama. Okay. Yes. That is all for that. So that's all I have to show you. So for now, we can just chill. We can just we can go back to the room. Okay. Okay. I think you're awake. It looks like you're awake. Oh my goodness. Where? So sweet. So sweet. 最高でしょ俺のママ I love my mama. So cool. So nice. Okay. So yes, that is everything. I'll do a thorough Q&A during my first membership stream, which I don't have a day for it yet, but it will be next week. I will have a members only stream next week, so you can look forward to that. But in the meantime, I'll answer some public questions as well. Is there anything you'd like to ask? Just in general, honestly. All right. You should see a Q&A box appear on your screen at any moment now at the top. To use this, what you'll do is you click ask something, and then you type your question, and then you send it almost like a normal chat. And it goes into this little box that I can read and pull from, and I will answer them. Oh my goodness. What would you do if when he said yes would go? Yeah. Work. Oh, this is a big one. I have to do this one because everybody else did, right? I got to match with my boys. Okay, where is it? Here you go. I'll continue doing it like this, just so that people can ask anonymously. Because I've learned recently that you can actually highlight questions in the chat, but just so that you don't feel afraid to ask a question, I will copy paste it instead. So people don't need to know that it was you that asked, just so you know. Please do not be afraid. Ask me anything you'd like, raise any concerns you'd like, just send it to the box and I'll get it. So, first one is, how many times have you applied to NIJISANJI? It is a bit of an elephant in the room. I've seen people speculating on Twitter. Because you may know that the other members of By the Beat, I think they all applied like 7 times, right? They've been applying for a long, long time. I hope that my answer doesn't disappoint you too much, but this was actually my first time applying. I was always unsure of whether I was like worthy. I never felt like I had the experience I needed. I didn't feel like I had anything I needed for it. So it took a long while for me to work up the courage and to build up the proof, the evidence that I could do my best. And I applied once, and I'm very, very thankful that I'm very, very thankful that I got in on the first try. It means a lot to me. I'm glad that they saw something in me, so I'm gonna do my best not to disappoint them, not to make them regret that decision. On one hand, it kind of feels, I'm gonna be honest with you, it almost feels lame, because you know I could have been trying for years and years, but I didn't. But also, I find it really, really, really romantic in a way that like I would be surrounded by people who tried for so long, and I got in at just the right time. It makes me consider things like fate. I talk about this sometimes. In general, I'm a humongous skeptic of anything related to fate, preordained events, fatalism. But I don't know, the timing of this in particular, it's really challenged that. It's really, really challenged my beliefs in that area. It's made me really wonder if things are preordained, or like if there's some kind of universe intervention, something supernatural involved. It's genuinely too perfect. I've said this before in particular, but I genuinely feel like I won the lottery getting in when I did and with the people that I did. So it really means a lot to me. Yeah, I only applied once. I'm thankful that I did too, because I don't know, I'm a patient person, but with some things it's agonizing for me. It can be agonizing, so I'm thankful that I did not have to wait around quite as long. Oh my goodness. Yeah, thank you so much for your support so far. I will continue to do my best moving forward as well. Okay, let me see. Oh, here's a good one. Okay. Will there be a merch tag, like a merchandise tag? Okay, here's my thoughts on this. I would love to see your physical merch if you purchase anything from the NIJISANJI store that relates to me or my friends. But I'm kind of wary of having 100 billion tags. So I think I would prefer to delegate this to a specific tag that already exists. So I think for merch, I think a good place to send it would actually just be my general tag. Hashtag Kaelix Debonair. I don't know. I think it's really nice to have a specific tag for every single possible need ever. But I would really struggle, because, you know, I've mentioned this already. I like to look through them. I like to check them all as often as I can. And if there are too many, I'm going to have a really hard time keeping up with everything. So just for my sanity, I'd prefer to send it to hashtag Kaelix Debonair in the future. So if you'd like to show off any merchandise that you've gotten, both official, maybe even unofficial if you'd like, feel free to send it there, and I will probably see it. There's a solid chance that I'll see it, a very strong chance. Okay, let's see. Oh, there are so many good questions and important ones to answer. Oh, here's one I can address, because I didn't mention this, and I didn't show it off because of the way it is right now, but are you planning on adding new badges? Do I plan to add new badges? Here's the thing. I'd like to. I don't know if or when I will. I will say I made these badges myself. I wanted to keep it very simple. I'm very torn. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I'll give you my entire internal monologue on this subject. So, on one hand, it feels really cool. Like I have experience with this. It feels really, really cool to be a member for a long time and to watch your badge evolve over time, become cooler and cooler with each month. That feels really, really cool. But then on the other hand, I really don't like the sense of hierarchy that comes with like an OG member that's been around for a long, long time versus somebody that's only been around a few months. I kind of prefer something in consideration of the second, personally. So I like the idea of it just being two. So I made one for the first, like when you first join, and then a second for the first year, so that there's some sense of legacy, you know, there's some sense of like, after a year, you can show that off. That's a big deal. But in the interim, I'd prefer that it stays the same. So I may replace the ones that we currently have. I may go to somebody else in the future, somebody more competent as a graphic designer, to have them make something cool. I may just modify it myself, but I do not think that I'll make more for the stages in between. If I make more, like adding on to the ones we already have, if we have 3 or more in the future, I think I'll do it for the second and third year rather than before the first. I prefer to just keep them contained in the same one. I hope that's not too lame of me. Yeah, I hope, because I know it's a little unusual. But when I thought about it, because I thought long and hard, and I actually even made badges for every single month going up to, I think it was even 5 years was when I stopped. But no, I just, in the end, I thought about it and I felt a lot better about this. It gives me more confidence to go through with it this way. Let's see. Ooh, here's a good one. And this is a good time to address it. I'll get into like all the details for this during my first members only stream. But I'll talk about this a little bit here as well, because this feeds into another idea that I can talk about. Let's see. How do you feel about the rainbows? Specifically, this refers to rainbow supers. If you're not familiar with what this means, I'll explain it really quick. So a rainbow super is when someone sends every single like colored tier for a super chat all the way up to red, starting at, I think, blue. And I will be very clear. I'm so thankful for the support. So please never be afraid to show your support in any way that you'd like. But this does lead into a topic that I'd like to clarify a stance on, which is gachikoi. I need to be very clear about where I stand with this, which is a culture of like super support, like a lot more than is needed, and a lot more than can be safe for a lot of people. So I will be clear. I appreciate every single donation, regardless of size. And even if I don't read a donation out loud on stream, I make a habit of reading every single one off stream to myself in quiet. So please never, ever, ever feel like you have to donate a ton of money to stand out. I would feel really, really guilty if anybody felt that way. Please never, ever feel for a second that you need to do anything like that. Again, I appreciate it. It's because of this support that I can do what I love and dedicate my life to it. But genuinely, I will be just fine. You do not need to do that. Please do not donate anything outside of your comfort level. Please do not donate anything outside of what you can handle financially. Please never, never for a second, for merch, for supers, for anything, never put yourself at financial risk for me, okay? That would make me really, really, really sad. Yeah, just being here is enough for me. Please never, ever, ever feel like you have to do that. So yeah, that is my stance. So with that in mind, I will not go out of my way to reward gachikoi. I will not give special attention to it compared to other support, just because I want to make sure that you're safe and okay. I'd feel really, really guilty if I encourage that. So please be mindful moving forward with it. Please never be afraid to show however much support you'd like to, but know that you do not need to do that. Similar boundary to set. It's kind of similar, but it's on the same general like range of subjects, right? When it comes to other people sending donations or gifting memberships, this is something I noticed. And if you've participated in this, please do not feel bad, because I haven't said anything about it till now, because we just started. That's what this is all about, right? Establishing stances and boundaries and stuff. Something that you'll see sometimes is people will be like, oh, this guy's rich. Oh, she's got cash. Oh, she's loaded. Oh, Debonair's got money. I personally really prefer to avoid comments like that. I'd prefer not to talk about these things in this way. A similar way to show that reaction and that experience, that emotion, is to say like, insert name, Pog. Oh wow, you're so cool, etc. You know, like you can acknowledge that someone has done something, but for the same reason as what I was talking about with or similar reason at least with like the membership tier situation, of like some people having a higher hierarchy than others for certain reasons. I prefer to avoid talk like that. I'd prefer for it to, yeah, it's a big deal to be clear, but I prefer for it not to get that kind of attention in particular. Yeah. I don't want anybody to feel bad, and I don't want anybody to feel like embarrassed even on the other end for donating a large amount. So please be mindful about that moving forward. If it becomes a problem again, I'll address it again. Maybe I'll put it in writing as well if I need to, but yeah, that's my stance. I take I don't know. It's serious stuff. I know it's a little serious for me. I tend to be all laughs, all smiles, all goofy stuff, but I don't know. I take this kind of support very, very seriously, and I want to make sure everybody is on the same page moving forward. Especially in my case, because I'm not always able to read everything out loud. In fact, I don't read much of anything out loud. I feel kind of bad about it. We'll figure out a system for that in the future as we go. Yeah, that's my stance on supers, and by extension, my stance on Gachikoi. I hope that makes sense. Let's see. All right, after that, I need something lighthearted. I need something silly. So hold on. Here is the next one. Because I didn't address this because it was planned literally right before my karaoke stream, but are you streaming your... Wait, here, I'm going to make a habit of correcting these before I read them. Just because there are some people that are ESL or ETL, like third language. So it's easier to translate if it's all written out. Okay. Are you streaming your POV for Repo tomorrow? So for anybody who does not know, because this was announced on, I think Vanta Senpai dropped it. I don't know if you're listening, but thank you, Vanta Senpai, for coming to the karaoke as well. There was one song in particular that I really wanted you to hear, so it made me very happy to see you there. But anyway, I will be playing Repo tomorrow. And as for my POV, I can't tell you. I don't know yet. I have to make sure. With my current computer, because I'm still working up everything I need to upgrade. Again, this is something I've addressed before. Please do not feel like you need to send me PC funds. I'm just fine. I'm just gathering parts right now. I've decided I'm going to have it built by a friend so that I can make it even better for streaming, which means it takes a little bit more time. But yeah, to be clear, my current PC is not the strongest, and it struggles to run certain games while streaming. Even like we're doing right now, I noticed that there are times during karaoke or during any stream like this where I'm using effects where I become like 2 frames per second. That's just the way it is right now. So there are some games that are a little hard for me to stream. I think Repo will be fine, especially if there's like different graphic settings, but I'm not sure yet. This will be my very first time playing it. Yeah, I hope you can look forward to that. I will be playing Repo with Wilson Senpai, Vox Senpai, Luca Senpai, and Shu Senpai. I don't know who all is streaming their POVs, but this is one of those games where it's like almost everybody streams it usually, so I will do my best to. But if I don't, please don't be too upset. If I ever choose not to stream my POV during a collab, at least for now, like in this next month-ish, before I upgrade my PC, it's because I'm struggling to run the game while also streaming. Let's see. Oh, this is one I can address as well. Okay, back to the more serious stuff. Yeah, I just thought I'd address that since I didn't mention it before, because this is tomorrow and I don't have my schedule uploaded yet. So yeah, it will be tomorrow at... Wait, which time? 4 p.m. PDT, which is, what, 7 p.m. EDT, 8 a.m. JST. So I hope you can look forward to that. Or wait, no. I said that wrong. It is actually... Oh, I see it now. 7 p.m. PDT, which is 10 p.m. EDT, 11 a.m. JST. Sorry, I'm really bad at times. I'm so bad at times. It's my biggest weakness ever. But yeah, I hope you can look forward to the collab. I'm very excited to play with them and to play this game in general as well. I've been very curious about it. So, any plans for additional membership tiers in the future? This is separate from what I was talking about before, where it's like it upgrades your badge as long as, like, for the amount of time you spend on it. I've already talked about that, but this refers to different price tiers. For example, you could have the basic one at $5-ish, and then another one at 10. Sometimes people will go up to 30. Sometimes people do even more. I personally prefer not to, so I don't have any plans right now. But if there comes a time that, for example, if I learn about a new kind of membership exclusive content that I can do that is better to put behind another tier, Or if I learn or decide that it should be easier to gift memberships in the future, I may adjust it. But yeah, to be very clear, I'd prefer not to differentiate between tiers. I feel kind of guilty doing it. And it's the same thing I talked about before. I don't want to encourage any sense of hierarchy among everybody. I'm very, very thankful for the support. And I don't want people to feel like their support is less than because they cannot do as much physically. So I do not plan to do that right now. Definitely not for any arbitrary reason. You will never see like a just to show support tier from me. I have no need of that. And I have no interest in it. If you ever see another tier in the future, it will be exclusively because there's a kind of content that is better to be locked behind that kind of tier. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. But if I do change my mind, for example, a really, I see this mentioned here actually. A common scenario is that people will make like a lower priced one for just emotes and badges, like the basic privileges, and then a slightly higher one for members only streams. I may separate that in the future, but I don't have any interest to right now. I think if my stance changes, it will be based on our experiences during members only streams. If I find that it's better to make it a little bit more exclusive, then I might, but yeah, to be very clear with you, I have no plans to right now. Okay, let me see. This is a cute one that I can answer if I'm vague. Because it's good not to reveal any plans specifically, right? And that's to say if I even have any. I don't have any right now, but let's see. This is a cute one because I have so many thoughts with this one. Wait, how do I copy? Come on, come on. I'm so sorry. You're too strong. My chat keeps breaking. Oh my goodness. I'm about to just write it manually. Okay, there we go. New model outfit plans for the future. New outfits, any themes that I want to wear for my wardrobe. So to be clear, there's nothing right now. And if there is something, I won't tell you. So don't try to get it out of me. I will never tell you. But I have so many thoughts that I'd like to try. I'd like to someday in the distant future have 1 billion costumes that I can wear. I love fashion. I love accessorizing. So I'll tell you this much. I'd really love someday to have a sword. No matter what the concept is, I'd love a sword. I'd love... I love the color yellow. So you'll probably see some more yellow in future outfits, maybe. I love to style my hair in different ways as well, so you can expect slightly different hairstyles in the distant future when the time comes someday. Another thing is, I feel most confident when I'm wearing my glasses. I don't know, I feel better wearing them, so it'll be rare that you see me without them in public. This moment right now is a rarity. So yeah, that's basically everything I can say now, because it's uncertain right now. There's nothing I can verify, and if I had anything I could verify, I still wouldn't tell you. I would just be like, I've got something I can verify, but I won't tell you. That's what I would say. So you'd know that there's something maybe, but you wouldn't know what or when. That's just how I am. Let's see. Ooh, this is a good one as well. This is one I honestly could have talked about earlier, but I'll do it now as well, or now anyway. Is it possible for fans to make things such as stream alerts for you? You can make any asset that you'd like. I cannot guarantee that I will use it, but I do have I have a tag for so many different things. I have an assets tag that is used for specifically things like this. If you ever want to make a good example is wait, hold on, I have to find the button. A good example is like illustrated assets. That's a little different, but things like little things that I can put on screen with me. For example, where is it? Why can't I find it? Ah, here it is. Okay. Sorry, it took me a second to find I've already added so many. So an example is this little camera that was made for my Shashingo stream. This was made by, I think their name was Nido. I'm pretty sure. Very, very cute. Things like this, very, very useful to me. It makes me very, very happy. Please never feel pressured to, but yeah. Things like this I can always use if you put it into the tag, or almost always. Things like BGM, I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it, but I might be able to. Things like stream alerts also might be able to. We'll have to look into it. But yeah, in general, anything that you'd like to see me use on stream, you're free to send it there. It doesn't even have to be things like this that go with my body here, but it doesn't have to be a little toy for me to hold in my hands. It could also just be like an illustration that you'd like me to be able to use in, say, a thumbnail. That's also what the thumbnail hashtag is for. But yeah, you're free to anything you'd like to see me use on stream, with the understanding that I might not actually use it. It can be sent to hashtag for Kaelix, FOR Kaelix. Let's see. Here's a lighter one, because I love to ask about this, because I'm gonna ask you about this in turn now that you've asked about it. They ask, did you eat breakfast yet? What was it? So I need to ask you first, what was your last meal? Or if you ate a long while ago, what's your next meal gonna be like? What are you gonna have? I'm very curious. As for me, you may know that I slept in today. I set so many alarms. I was underslept, and the evil Kaelix that wakes up before the real Kaelix was very mean, and he disabled all the other alarms. So I say I slept through them, but I actually just totally disabled all of them. So yeah, I don't know. I did not have too much time to eat today, so I was very simple. I usually like to make a proper egg sandwich, but today I just made a basic ham and cheese. That's one of my really quick ones. I almost had celery sticks with it as well, like I did during my little meal yesterday during stream with Haunted Rock Club, Abagadwiab. Yeah, no, I had a couple ham and cheese sandwiches today. So I'll have a proper humongous meal after the stream is over today. Yeah, what did you have? Let's see. Eggs and chicken fillet. Oh, that's a good spaghetti. Cauliflower. It's one of my favorite vegetables. I love cauliflower. I love veggies so much. Veggies are so good for you. They're so yummy too. Seafood soup. Ooh, that sounds good. Chicken nuggets. Classic. Love me some nuggies. Chalky milk. All right. Let's see. Chinese food. I want some so bad. I'm thinking of coercing like a dinner party with my family to celebrate memberships, maybe, because it's a big deal for me. So I can justify going out to my favorite restaurant, right? Me and my siblings go out to celebrate things sometimes, and I'd love to bring everybody. Put it on me this time. Put it on my tab. Steam beats. You're sick. You're sick for that. You're sick. You're crazy. Yeah, I'm glad that you're eating well. I hope that your next meal is extra tasty, that you get nice and full. It's always important. Food is how you get your energy. It's like imagine that you're a robot and you need to be charged. You get charged by food and sleep. Let's see. Here's what I can address. It's not quite fitting, but it is fitting in a way. Do you plan to create any original song content in the future? Yes, absolutely. I totally 1000% do, and I want to do it as soon as possible. There's nothing in motion yet. It's going to take me a while to figure out the flow for music and stuff. I still need to figure out covers. And I think original songs are an entirely different beast. I have infinite respect for people that do them, whether they write them themselves and produce them themselves, or whether they go to others to do it. It's still so much work. So I definitely want to, know that I plan to, and it will someday happen. I don't know when, I don't know what it'll be, I don't know who it'll be with, but it will happen. So that is a certainty. It is an eventuality, all right? The day will come. I want it too bad. I'll pay any price for it. I'll put in any amount of work for it. It will happen. I just don't know when. I don't know what kind of genre it'll be. But yeah, I definitely would like to. I definitely plan to. But there's nothing in motion yet, so understand that it will be a long time. It will probably be a long while. Maybe even like multiple years if it takes me that long to figure things out. I can be very slow to figure things out, and I've already got a bunch of things I need to do first. But yeah, no, it's definitely on my mind, and it's definitely a humongous goal of mine. So I hope that you can support it when the time comes. Thank you for always cheering me on. Ooh, okay. Oh, this is a cute one. Okay, hold on. Do you have any accessory ideas for... Oh, wait, this would be debonhairs. And I assume by this you mean like accessories for the mascot, right? So with this, it's actually something cute. I didn't show it before, but I'll show it to you now. Sainomama went above and beyond with this design, did way more than I asked for. All I asked for was a 3-angle rotation so that people could use it for things like 3D if they wanted to, like a craft or like a plush toy or something like that. They gave me so many extra ideas, so many cute ideas. Hold on, I have to find it so I can show it to you. Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Where is it? This one. This one. Okay. Hi. Okay, I've got it. So, let me crop it so you see the relevant part. There were a lot of cute little ideas that they had for ways to accessorize the Debonair mascot and make it your own if you'd like. Conformity is very cool, unity, but it's also nice to be an individual. So if you ever want to make your own little version of it, where is it? Boom. Okay. An example they made, and to be clear, they do not have mascots quite yet. I don't know what their plans are for them or when they'll have them, but as an example, Sainomama rendered a little hypothetical imaginary mascot for the other members of By the Beat. For example, if you like multiple of us or if you like all of us, you could put the Debonair in a little costume if you'd like to. Or if you wanted, you could give him a little zipper. You could add hair if you wanted to. Because as they've written, or as they've illustrated here, I think there is great pride in having something of your own. Yeah, in general, I will I will probably exclusively just be using the default for my own stuff. Just to give just to give a very clear impression of what everything is and where it goes. But for your own things, for your like own activities, if you'd like to just do, like if you'd like to have an insert that you can use, if you'd like to just have one for the sake of having one, it's very, very cute. Feel free to accessorize it however you'd like. Other ideas could be, if you wanted to give a little hat or something really cute. This is something I even considered asking for, but I opted out of it in the end. I opted not to. A different pair of glasses would be really, really cute. I love glasses. There are so many cool frames out there, so a cute way to accessorize the Debonairs, in my opinion. If I were the one guiding your pen, I would say I'd love to see some glasses of some kind. Yeah. That's how I feel. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's so many that I should address. I'm not gonna put it on screen, but I see somebody asking, actually I might as well. I can't address it in Japanese as much as I'd like to. I don't have the words, but someone asks me, why do you use ore as your first person pronoun, your personal pronoun? That's just what I like. I'm just a guy. I'm just a dude. Ore wa otoko desho? I'm just dude. I just think this is like the guy pronoun of all the pronouns to choose from. I'm just a dude. I'm just a guy. I'm just a silly guy. I'm just a chill guy. I'm just chill like that. I do think there is a big charm to being a man and using pronouns like boku or watashi or even atashi, but that's not me personally. I'm just ore. That's just me. I'm just this chill guy. Yeah, I'm just a chill guy. I low-key don't gaff. Low-key don't give a freak. Always thought you were going to use boku. Ah, majide. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Yaha, boku wa Kaelix desho. Kaelix Debonair desu. Kaelix desu. Kei-chan to yonde kudasai. Boku wa... No, that's not me. Boku wa By the Beat no kawaii bansa desu. No, that's not me. That's not me. I'm not cute. I'm cool. I'm the coldest guy in By the Beat, right? Am I cool? I'm cool, right? Kakkoii desu ka? Yeah. You can be both. I'll take it. I think cute is a nice compliment. Yeah, and I like to try to be cool. I try my best to be cool. Yeah, I have seen people surprised by it, actually. I've seen people surprised that I use ore, but, you know. I'm an ore omae kind of guy. Or I guess, in addition to omae, I tend to use kimi as well. Kimi and omae. Ah, this is a cute one. This is a cute one I gotta drop in here. Alright. Let's see. What do you like about debonhairs? This is a really, really cute one. It's really difficult to name a single thing, but I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to name just one big thing, so I have to comb over some other things. In general, I love your sense of humor. I like that you're willing to clown around with me, match my freak. I think it can be a I don't know. It can be a difficult dynamic to keep between streamer and viewer, but it means a lot to me that you're down to just clown out. I like that despite having a kind of banter dynamic, that you're considerate of me, considerate of my boundaries. I love how respectful you are. I love that you're very mindful. You're always very mindful. As foretold, very debonair, very mindful. You're charming and mindful, considerate. So I like that a lot as well. What else is there? I like the silly reactions you have sometimes to the things that I say. Sometimes I'll say the most normal thing ever, and you act like I've just dropped a bomb. I think that's fun. I like that dynamic that we have. What else do I like? I don't know. I like a lot of things. Yeah, I think I'd say most of all, it'd be a combination of the first two things I mentioned. I love that you're willing to be silly with me and you're willing to tease me at times, but you still don't take it too far. I think it's really difficult to keep up with that kind of boundary because it's not an absolute one, you know, it's contextual. But you do a good job of sticking to that for me, so it means a lot to me. I think that's my favorite thing. That's how I feel. Oh my goodness. You broke my chat again. I can't read anything. Slow down. I ran out of memory again. I keep losing it. Okay. You're going too fast. You have to slow down. Okay. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Go as fast as you'd like. I'll just refresh as many times as I need to. Let's see. Ooh, okay, here. This will be a lighthearted one to drop in, and then I'll pick something more serious maybe after this one. I'll try to do a balance. Do you have any anime or film recommendations? All right. Usually I would ask what kind of mood you're in, but I have one that's a catch-all. It'll give you everything you want. You want something serious? We got serious here. You want something romantic? We got romance. You want heartbreak? We got that too. You want comedy? We got it. Tension? It's here. Great Pretender. Great Pretender. The Great Pretender anime. It is so freaking good. I love Great Pretender so much. It's got everything you want from any story ever. The characters are charming. They're funny. They're serious and dark when they need to be. The designs are so appealing. I think it represents language and culture in a really cool way as well. Because it involves, to kind of describe Great Pretender, sell it to you a little bit without spoiling the whole thing, right? It involves con artists. It's a story about con artists, swindlers, hustlers, people that scam others for their money. And it's a group of them that travel the world. And they scam specifically bad guys. They scam people that deserve to be scammed. And you never know when they're going to pull it off or when they're going to fail. It keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole time. It introduces so many cool stories and cool characters. Is it dubbed over in English? Yes! And this is a rare moment for me. I usually would not recommend the English dub of an anime. The English dub for this one is really well done. Because to be clear, because they travel the world, there are so many different countries and cultures involved in this story. There are a lot of languages that show up in the original version. There are moments when they're speaking Spanish. Chinese shows up as well. There's a big arc with Chinese-speaking characters. They go to the Middle East at one point as well. They speak English. There's parts in America and Europe. There's French. There's one arc that's placed in France, Paris. And it's really difficult to dub something like that. But the way they did it is so tasteful. I still prefer the original Japanese, but I have watched the English dub like 5 whole times. It's so well done. It is so good. The title is Great Pretender. Here, I'll do like Great Pretender, just so you can search it for yourself. That is GREAT space PRETENDER. Great Pretender. Is it long or no? It's 2 seasons, and I think it's getting another one very soon. I think it's in production now. I would not say it's too long. You can binge either season in a day if you're the committed type. You could also just break it up, but it's not like One Piece or anything like that. Yeah, it's not a long-running season. Where to watch? It is a Netflix original. It's a Netflix original, so I think it's on Netflix everywhere around the world. Yeah, I really, really, really love it. I really, really, really love it. I don't know if it's also on Crunchyroll. That's a good place to support anime as well, I think. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I really, really, really love it. It's so good. It's so good. I love it so much. Wondering if you've watched Spy Family. Yes, Spy Family is one of my favorites. I love Spy Family as well. That's another one I recommend, especially if you're in for a rom-com with a little bit of like dramatic irony. If you like irony, like where not all the characters are aware of what's going on, that's a really good one. I love Spy Family. Another one, it's a little bit more of a specific niche that you might not like. I love it. It's my favorite anime ever, but Danjon Meshi, Delicious in Dungeon. Really, really, really phenomenal anime. Season 2 is also in production, so it will be finished. They'll get the whole story in the anime. That's so cool. Could you imagine? Could you imagine getting the entire story in the anime and not cutting off halfway through the manga and never continuing it? Could you imagine? I'm so excited for the next season. Yeah, I love Danjon Meshi. It's my #1 favorite. I think everyone should watch it, but I don't think everyone would love it. I think that like the features in this story are a little bit more niche. For example, you might not like fantasy. You might not like fantasy stories. You might not like medieval aesthetics, Celtic aesthetics. You may not like comedy. This has a lot of that though too. This is another one that's like very mixed. It's got something for a lot of people. Not everybody for sure. But it has it has comedy, a lot of comedy. There are moments when it gets so serious, it genuinely had my stomach churning, like in knots. Even when I rewatch it, there are certain scenes, especially around like episodes 12, 13-ish. Oh my God, it makes me feel like I'm gonna barf. It makes me feel like I'm gonna Ralph. It's like that good. It's so strong. It's so heavy. It's so freaking good. I love it so much. It's so freaking good. I need the world to know about Danjon Meshi. It's so wonderful. I've watched it so many times. I want to read the manga so bad, but I'm saving it because I want to experience the story for the first time through the anime. Ooh, here's a cute one. Okay. This is one I think about all the time. If you can do an off collab with the boys, what would you like to do? Here, I'll change this to with By the Beat. So if I could do an off collab with the members of By the Beat, what would I like to do? So I'll speak for myself. I can't say for sure what they would like to do. I'm sure they all have different ideas of fun, but this might be predictable. The thing I want most of all, and the day this happens, you'll know I'm on cloud 9. Mark my words today. Take a note of it and remember this day when it comes in the future, all right? Karaoke. I want to sing karaoke with them. I want to do it so bad. I want to sing songs together in the same room. It would be so nice. Even off stream, that was the one thing I wanted most from the Japan trip, and I didn't end up getting to do it because we were planning it for our off day. Or one of the off days, I guess. It ended up being multiple because of the sickness. But yeah, I got sick and I wasn't able to do it. So now I want it even more. Now I want it more than I did before. Now I feel deprived of it. It's like it was just out of reach and it got taken from me by the universe. So I want to sing with them. I want to sing with them so bad. I love their voices so much. They're all such good singers, and I love them so much as people. So that makes me love their voices even more. And I think singing together is one of the nicest things you can do, regardless of whether you're vocally trained. Even people just singing together in a crowd of people. That is so cool. That is one of the coolest things we can do as humans. It's a magical experience. There's nothing like it. Genuinely, I'm addicted to it, and I don't get enough of it. It's not fair. I want more. I want more. So yeah, that's the thing I want to do most. Another thing on a smaller, more casual note is I would love to play video games that are best played together in person. I would love to play like non-online video games, like maybe some older video games, things on like the GameCube, for example. I just love to play a video game that benefits from us being there in the same room. One idea I thought of, and we had some senpai do this a few times, even here in EN, is sharing the controller. Like, for example, I could hold the right side and say like Seible could hold the left side, and we have to coordinate. That'd be really nice. Card games. Oh, yes. I would love to play a physical card game. I love physical board games as well. I want to play Monopoly with these guys. That'd be nice. Hmm. Wario would be good. Yeah, WarioWare. That's nice. Yeah, I'd love to play video games with them that benefit from us being in the same room. More than that, though, I just love being in the same space with them. I just love sharing. I remember when we first had dinner together for the first time. It was kind of embarrassing for me, actually. But there were multiple moments where I would just be like smiling and staring at one of them. And I did this to all three of them, to be clear. I'd just be smiling and staring, and they'd be like, "You okay, Kaelix?" And I'd be like, "Hi." That's all I'd say. I'd just say hi. Because I was just really taking in that they exist and that they're in the same room, you know? It's so nice. It's so nice. Since we, you know, for this line of work, we have to spend a lot of time away from each other. Whenever we're not working in the live house, there's a lot of stuff we have to do on our own. So I really, really look forward to any opportunity to just hang out with them and talk, share space. That's what I like. So I look forward to... Honestly, it doesn't matter what we do. I think they could pitch the most devastating, disgusting, unpleasant Batsu game ever, and I'd still be having the time of my life. It'd be so nice. I love them so much. They're so nice to me. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Ooh, this is something relevant to monetization. Okay. Just so you know what to expect with this. Will you have... Here, I'll expand this abbreviation as well. To speech. Will you have text-to-speech alerts for tips, membership, supers? So, by default, no. Very sorry. Reason being, I'm very, very, very easily distracted. And if I have even just the notification sound that I set up for it, because you've not heard it yet, I think, but I actually made a little, I made a little jingle, a small little tune. You'll hear it at some point. I'll turn it on in the future maybe, but even having that is a humongous distraction for me, and I lose my train of thought. I lose exactly, like, I lose everything that we're doing. And I feel like I'm a little difficult to follow sometimes by default, so I prefer to avoid any extra debuffs on top of that. But there may be days when I turn it on. For example, if it's a really slow day, I'm just low energy, or maybe if I'm locked in on a video game, for example, it's very rare that I'll willingly play a video game that makes me go quiet. I prefer to play games that I can talk while playing, but yeah, no, if it's ever a situation like that, I might turn it on. I have it set up so that I can turn it on, but do not expect it. And when it does happen, if it does happen, it will be incredibly rare. Yeah, it'll be rare. Yeah, that's my stance on it, and that's why. I hope that's okay. I hope that's not too disappointing. I know people love to donate and like to hear a message read out loud, but if that happens regularly, I'm never gonna be able to focus. It's gonna be, the whole stream will be like, I'm trying to think of what you'd say. The whole stream would be like, nerd emoji. And then I'd say, what? I'm not nerd. And then there'd be another one while I'm responding to that. That would be like, debonheir, add it again. Or then it would be like asking questions as well. Like before I can finish responding to that. It'd be like, do you plan to do hand cams? Especially questions that I've already answered in previous streams. Yeah, I just prefer to avoid it. I think that, I don't know, my favorite part of streaming aside from singing is number one for me, being able to sing for you and have you there to listen to me. But number two for me, and it's by a humongous margin for like between second and third, one of my biggest and most favorite things about streaming is that we can just have a conversation, that we can just chill, and that we can talk about whatever we want. For the same reason that I don't read out loud during streams, Streamlabs tips, and in the future probably will not do the same for like super chats. It kind of obstructs that dialogue. I struggle to keep up. My brain's not big enough. I can't multitask it like other people can, unfortunately. Ooh, okay, here's a good one. I can make my stance and also explain the difference. Do you have a preference between supers or Streamlabs? Here, I'll actually just write this like this. Super chat or Streamlabs? So to be clear, no, I don't. As I mentioned before, any support you want to show me means a lot to me. Is it Streamlabs like this? Is that how it is? I think so. We'll just hope. Yeah, I have no preference personally. It means the world to me that you would donate anything or that you would even show up and hang out with me. So please do not worry about that. To explain the difference between them with super chats, you may know this is publicly available, so I think it's okay for me to mention it. There is a smaller cut. YouTube takes a bigger piece from this than Streamlabs does. So super chat, I get a little less of it in the end. However, I think it's very, very cool to have it in chat, and it makes me very, very happy to see it. So if you'd like to have it that way, then you can do that. With Streamlabs, it's a lot easier to slip, into the cracks, be unnoticed by everybody else. I'll still see it, even if I don't acknowledge it out loud, but I do see more of it. So if it's ever with that in mind specifically, I guess you can keep that in mind. But again, no preference at all on my part. It is all the same to me. Thank you so much for asking and for considering showing me this kind of support. Thank you for showing me this kind of support. It is because of you being here that I can give my life to this. How can we donate through Streamlabs? I see that. So it depends on the stream. There are some streams that it's best for me to not have it in the description, but most streams, it will be in the description. You're free to send it there. I realize that I think another buff for Super Chat is that it's a lot easier. It's a lot more straightforward. And I am a very straightforward guy. It's so much easier to understand and to follow. There's much less gymnastics that go into setting one up and into sending and receiving one. So yeah, Streamlabs, the link is in the description of most streams, but not all. So you're free to send it, but again, no pressure and no preference. Let's see. I love you sending very silly things in between the actual questions, being like, face card. Oh, wow, never declines. You're so silly. Give me a wink, huh? You know how I feel about being asked to do things. You'll get a wink when you get one. I'm a stubborn boy. All right, just this once. Let's see. Ooh, here's a fun tangent. It's unrelated to memberships, but I can talk about it anyway. I've talked about it a little bit in past tense, but I don't talk about the presence. How much training do you have vocally? So I'll get into this a little bit more now, like how I am today. So for starters, there's the pretext, or not the pretext, the context that I've already given before about my previous history with music. I was classically trained one-on-one by my choral director for I think 5 or 6 years almost. And we would do this every single day that I went to school. I'd go to him during lunch, and he would walk me through technique. He'd give me things to practice as homework, and then I'd come back and I'd perform it for him for review. Yeah, we did that for like 5 or 6 years. He worked very, very hard to train me up because, I don't know, he was very, very sweet. I owe that man a lot. I was very, very interested in becoming a classical singer at the time. Wanted to get into opera, like classical performance, but I didn't end up doing that. But yeah, I was very, very interested, and we didn't really have the resources where I lived. There were not enough other people at my school to have a good program for it. And I guess I don't know if he empathized with it, or if he pitied it, or if he just really was excited to see it. But he took it very, very seriously. He gave me so much time, absolutely for free. So I owe him the world. He's honestly the one I should thank before anybody else. And then later on in that period of training, I also took up private training for jazz without a coach, just lessons online and independent study through jazz standards. So these days, jazz is my favorite. I think I'm kind of washed up. Not even kind of. I'm decidedly washed. I've lost my classical technique, specifically when it comes to classical. There was a time that I had a much stronger form and better articulation, things like that. I feel like if I gave myself a few months to relearn everything, I could probably get close to where I was before, but I'm not particularly interested in it today. Yeah, jazz is the one I'm most interested in and that I'd like to continue developing. So I hope you can look forward to jazz music from me in the future. I can't say what or when I'll do it, but yeah, there's all kinds. I've got a couple of jazz set lists I've already prepared for karaoke streams in the uncertain future. I've got some jazz songs that I'd like to cover, jazzy songs even. I love jazz adjacent music. I just love the arrangement style of just a jazzy drum kit with piano and bass and I don't know. And sometimes guitar can be really good for jazz. I love brass as well. As you can hear, maybe in the it's not exactly everything I've just described, but it is very jazzy bossa nova. The BGM that I commissioned that's playing right now, you hear it? I love jazz. I love jazz so much. Yeah, as for how I train now, this is what I wanted to get into. These days, I do not take it quite as seriously as I probably should, or as seriously as I used to. I slacked off for a while. When I entered the modeling industry, I really started slacking. It just was not in my focus anymore. So now that I'm, doing this work, now that I'm here with you, I'd like to take it more seriously. So I try to do basic warm-ups every day. Just very, I think you've heard one of my standards. La da 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 da. Or another one that I like to do is like a just things like that. I try to do them passively throughout my day as I'm like if I'm cooking, that's what I'll do sometimes. It's rare these days that I actively stand at my piano to practice like I'm supposed to. I'm very lazy, and I got too much stuff to do. I'm too committed to everything else. But yeah, things like that are a really good way. Just as a passive practice, just a little every day goes a long way. You cannot master these things overnight, but if you do just a little on a regular basis. A really good resource is, help me remember her name. I cannot remember her name. She is this vocal coach. She wears Rubik's Cube earrings. The Rubik earrings. They're really big and heavy looking. And she does vocal warm-ups with like guests in her car in the passenger seat. She has really, really good vocal warm-ups available that I recommend. Some really, really effective ones. That can be a little difficult. Cheryl Porter, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I could not remember her name. She's so good. I picked up a few of her warm-ups in my personal routine as well. I highly recommend it. Again, some of them are a little difficult, so be sure to pace yourself if you're totally new. I don't want you to get discouraged or anything, but yeah, as you progress, she's a really, really good source for that. I think she has some paid resources as well that you can support. Highly recommend. Yeah, she does training with kids. She does training with adults. She does all kind of stuff, and she's got resources that work for just about everybody. I can see you like writing so. Oh, num 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 num. Ooh, num 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 num. Or another iconic one was mi me mamo mu, mi me mamo, mi me mamo mu, mi me mamo, mi me mamo mu. Mi me mamo mu, mi me mamo, mi me mamo mu, mi me mamo, mi me mamo mu. Yeah, I think those are some pretty good ones. Another really good one for me that I do lately. This is one of my focuses lately, is to raise my range. I'm surrounded in this industry by tenors. All these men who can sing way higher than me. And all these songwriters who write their songs way higher than I can sing. It's not fair. So I'm trying to raise my range where I can as well. And a really effective exercise to raise your vocal range, to be able to sing higher or to lower it, to be able to sing lower, is a siren. Siren is basically just a just like that. Just doing a little of that every day goes a long way. Another good exercise is lip trills. This is good for articulation if you struggle with pronunciation, especially for English. Lip trills are basically when you go like a so you can combine that with any vocal warm-up, honestly. Like though I personally prefer to just do it with either or the sirens that I described, like it's a really, really effective one. Yeah, if it doesn't make your nose tickle a little bit, you're not doing it right. If you feel your nose tickling a little bit, that's how you know it's working. It can be a little difficult if you're not sure how to make the sound, but it clicks after a while. You just hold your lips together, but not too tightly. And then you make the sound go ooh. It's kind of like How do they help? I think it has to do with training your lip muscles. It's similar to people that train to play certain brass or wind instruments. You need embouchure. That refers to like the form and placement of your lips when you're playing an instrument. Same applies to singing and honestly speaking as well. This is an exercise that actors do as well so that they can enunciate their speech better. But yeah, it makes your lips stronger, I think is the way it works. It warms them up so that they can move more fluidly if you like are not warmed up, if you've just woken up and you have to speak in 10 minutes. It just gets them ready and it trains them over time so that you have better control over your lips, so that you don't slur your speech as much, or so that all of your plosives ring out. So that everybody can understand them. Yeah, that's where I am. I trained a ton in the past, then I slacked for a while, and now I'm trying to train again, but very, very lazily and passively and slowly. Very, very casually now. But I think casual training over a long period is good for anybody. Oh, I won't put it on screen because it's relevant to this current question, but someone says, would you ever consider doing a warm-up video or short for us to do with you? That is a really good idea. So I'm going to look into that, actually. I'll tell you what, I'm going to look into that because that would make me really happy. It would make me very happy if I inspired anybody to sing or to do anything with their life, honestly. So if I could make it even a little bit easier, that'd be nice. Or maybe I see another one asking about practice streams, like singing practice. That could be cool too. Stream where I'm just doing warm-ups, or maybe I could get permissions for a singular song to practice and we could walk through it like piece by piece maybe. So yeah, I'll look into that. Now you put it on my mind. It's on my radar. That sounds like it could be a really fun time. On the same subject, someone asks what my vocal type is chorally. In the past, when I was classically trained, I was actually a bass 2. This is the lowest vocal range. You may notice during some of my karaoke streams, when I'm on the higher ends, I kind of struggle. I strain it a lot, and sometimes my voice breaks even. I had a couple of cracks during the ballad today even. But that's mainly because my natural original range is a lot lower. I used to sing very, very bassy arias in the past. But here's the tragedy is that because I slacked off for so long and because I'm now trying to raise my range without paying attention to my lower range, I'm losing the bottom too. So now, rather than a proper true bass 2, if I were in a choir, I would be sorted as a bass 1, to be sure. But I'm not a true bass 1 either. I'm kind of stuck in this baritone limbo right now, where it's like, I'm technically a bass. I'm kind of like almost a fake tenor, but I'm a fraud as a tenor. I'm not a real tenor. Yeah, I was originally bass. That's what I was trained for. I just don't have the same chops I used to. It's very different for me now. Let's see. I love talking about music. I'm supposed to be talking about memberships and similar stuff, but I'm so excited to talk about this stuff. Or wait, that's not the right one. Why can't I copy? Please be nice to me. Okay, there we go. Do you play any instruments? I have talked about this before, but I'll talk about it a little differently or a little bit more today. So I do play some instruments. I've actually played one on stream before, I believe. But I play guitar casually. I've forgotten most of the chords because it's been a while. I've mostly slacked off, so I only remember the basic chords. But if I took the time to practice a song, I could play it. I play ukulele a lot better. I've always preferred the simplicity of ukulele, so rather than playing a guitar, I usually opt for a baritone ukulele, which has the sound of a classical guitar, but the strings of a ukulele. I like that. It's the easiest for me to play. I like piano. I started learning that on my own, just teaching myself when I was a little kid. I found this dusty old electronic keyboard from a billion years ago in our house, in our storage, and I turned that on and I started learning using that. I play, I have an auto harp that I play. I saved up a ton for that when I was in high school. Oh my goodness, I saved up so much for that auto harp. It was so expensive. I think it's the most expensive instrument I own is that auto harp. But anyway, I have an auto harp, which is really, really fun. I pull that out for family reunions and stuff sometimes. Very, very fun. Yeah, auto harp, it's very cool. It's a less common one. Not as many people recognize it. It was originally made most popular, I believe, in mainstream by Dolly Parton. More recent figure that plays it a lot, or more than average, I guess, is Trixie Mattel, who's very inspired by Dolly Parton. So I think that might be why. Yeah, I love auto harp. It's very, very fun. It's kind of like a lyre or a harp, but you have little buttons that turn on a certain chord. It mutes all the other strings. I'll show it to you sometime. I want to look into how the permissions work for a karaoke stream, but where I'm playing the instrumentals rather than like having them pre-prepared. You know what I mean? So there will come a time it might end up needing to be unarchived just for safety and stuff. But yeah, I'm looking into that already. I'm very, very curious. I'm very curious about how that could work. I'd love to show some to you. Yeah, aside from that, I played mandolin for a bit, very similar to guitar and ukulele. I could not pick one up and play it for you now. I've kind of abandoned that one. I haven't played that one in years. I actually gave it to my little brother who's trying to learn it now. I played trumpet when I was a lot younger, before I had to pick between band and chorus. I was in band, and yeah, I played trumpet. I got pretty good at it for a kid, but I haven't played it since. So I'd really love to learn trumpet. That could be a fun stream as well, like learning a new instrument or learning an old instrument that I've lost. Because I still have my dusty old trumpet. It might be a rusted piece of nothing now, unfortunately, but if I can restore it, or maybe someday if I can impulsively replace it, or save up a bit, budget for it, replace it properly, maybe I could learn it. I need to get a mute for it. That's the main reason I abandoned it. It's so difficult to quietly learn trumpet. It's such a loud instrument. And I hated being a disturbance to like my family and to neighbors as well. So if I can get a mute for it, maybe. Violin is what I'm really interested in. I'm really, really interested in learning. I think Zeal is so cool with that. But yeah, no, I'd really like to learn, but I don't know any bowed instruments. I don't have the bow hold yet. I'm scared to get discouraged by it because I think it's very difficult to learn these instruments as an adult, but I am very curious. Yeah, what else do I... anything that's an extension of the piano. For example, I play the melodica. I have that. I really like that. It's a little different because with the melodica, or at least the way I prefer to play it, you hold it sideways. So you have to kind of have relative muscle memory of where the keys are rather than looking down at them for the whole thing. Similarly, I play the Andes 25F as well. I have one of those. It was a dear gift from some friends. I discovered that instrument a couple years ago and talked about how cool it was. And they remembered that, and then they got it for my birthday several months later. Made me very, very happy. I've got such nice friends. They're all so cool to me. They're all so kind. Pipe organ, I've never played one. And I think that's fundamentally, it's actually really different from piano. Like, it has the basic structure of a piano, but there's a lot more that goes into it, I think. So I'd have to learn, but yeah, no. Marimba and the glockenspiel, I'd have to practice to be good at mallet instruments, but I do actually have a glockenspiel that I can play. I'll pull it out for you sometime as well. Yeah, I can play glockenspiel. I have one of those. What else do I have? No woodwind, I think. Unless ocarina counts. I have an ocarina. And I can play, I think, 2 scales on the ocarina. So if I practice, I can learn most songs, but it's not one that I play as often. But it has a very cute sound. I'm trying to think of if there's anything else. Any percussion? Nope. No percussion. I'd love to learn, but it's one of those things that takes up too much space. If there comes a day in the distant future when I've got nothing but time, space, and cash, I might just pick up the drums. Because that'd be really cool, but yeah, no percussion. I have maracas. I got myself some maracas once. Can you whistle? No. I'm so mad about it. I'm so mad. I've spent so many years trying to learn. I can't figure it out. I cannot figure out how to whistle. I've tried for so long. Accordion? No, but I'd love to learn. Closest thing to it is the melodica. That I can play the melodica, but... Yeah, I think those are all the instruments that I can play. Yeah, the ones that I call myself more confidently that I can play is just ukulele. Honestly, just ukulele. That's what I'd leave it at. Ukulele is the one I play the most. It's the one I'm most comfortable with. So it's the one you're most likely to hear in the future. The rest, I'm just kind of a hobbyist. Even with ukulele, I'm not as good as like a proper ukulele player, like someone that makes that their whole thing. I just do it for fun, and I have so much fun with it, so I'm kind of proud of that. What's a ukulele? I have a dark brown baritone ukulele. I don't remember the brand off the top of my head, but maybe I'll share it with you sometime in the future. Yeah, it's kind of large. It's like the size between a regular ukulele and a guitar. It's between those two because it's larger and has deeper nylon strings. Let's see. All right, we need to get out of this topic. Music is so dangerous for me. Ah, there's so many questions about music now. It's so tough. I want to talk about music forever. I'm going to schedule a stream someday so that I can just talk only about music with nothing else. Just only talk about music. I need to lock in. We're doing a membership party today. Hmm. Hmm. All right, here you go. I'll talk about the other thing that makes me talk for 10 billion years. Where would you like to travel with By the Beat? I'd like to go anywhere with them. As I mentioned before, just sharing space with them is really nice. So I'd be happy to go anywhere. I'd be happy to go to... there's a lot of cool places in Europe that I'd love to see. Particularly, I'd really love to visit Italy. I'm a big fan of yummy, yummy food, and I think Italy is one of the greats when it comes to cuisine. So I'd love to try proper Italian food. There are places in Latin America I'd love to see as well. I'd love to go to Belize. I'd love to go to let's see, where else? There's a lot of cool places in Eastern Asia as well. Cool places to visit in China. Naturally, I want a revenge trip in Japan as soon as possible. As soon as possible. I want it so bad. I feel like my vacation was stolen from me. I'd love to go to South Africa would be really cool. I'd love to go to there are some cool people up in Canada, Australia as well. I'd love to go anywhere. Yeah, for me it's more about the people that are there. It's more about the people. So I'd go literally anywhere. I'd go anywhere. I'd just go to somebody's house, and that's a vacation to me. Yeah, but I think just for my personal selfish wish, I'd love to go to Italy specifically as a big goal. Italy and Japan. Those are the two I most want. Japan so that I can properly experience a Japan trip, like as revenge for the first one. And then Italy because I'd love to have a lot of food with them. What states would you like to mention? Oh, within the US of A? Honestly, pretty much all of them. I feel like there's probably, well, maybe not all of them, but anywhere I haven't been. I haven't been to very many. I've only been to 3 or 4, I think, in my entire life. And I've mostly just stayed in one. So I'm very curious about, like, visiting some other ones. Naturally, and this shouldn't surprise you, I shouldn't say anything about which ones I've been to or which ones I haven't been to. Yeah, I'd like to see a lot. I can't answer this one yet, but there's a question asking about something that's actually in motion right now. Nope, I gotta keep it to myself. Let's see. Okay, here's something that relates to memberships. I need to get back on topic. You're too fun to talk to. I get distracted. Okay. If you play an interactive game with chat, would you prefer to do that in membership, public, or mixed? So if you and I play a game together. In general, I don't think I'd like to play games in members only. I don't think I want to do that. I'd like for any games to be publicly viewable, even if not everybody can play. So I think if I ever do something like that, I think a cool mix, you mentioned or a mix, would be to have like an open lobby video game, but to release the join code for members as a post. Could be something I could do. Or maybe I could release it to members first and then release it public or things like that. And then there are some streams that I'd really just prefer to do it publicly. I don't like to differentiate too much. I mentioned this before memberships were open, but one of my big priorities with handling memberships moving forward is that I offer enough perks that it's worthwhile so that you don't waste your money if you choose to support me this way, but not so much that you feel left out if you aren't able to join, or if you have to take a break from it, you don't feel like you're missing out too much. It's a very fragile balance to keep up with, so there will be plenty of streams in the future where I'm just doing open lobbies, especially for games like Mario Kart. I'm so curious to see how the lobby system works for the next Mario Kart that's coming out on the Switch too in June of 2025. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm setting aside a budget for that. That's one of the things I'm saving up for alongside my PC. But yeah, there will be many games like that in the future. I don't think that I'll play many or any behind members only streams. I prefer for them to be publicly viewable, even if not everybody can join and play. Yeah. I don't know. It's very unfortunate because I understand it can be very difficult to join in on these games when it's like a viewer open situation. And I understand that you might want some kind of like advantage for that, but even then it's a bit difficult. And I would just feel bad if people were really hoping and gunning for that and felt like they didn't do enough. So yeah, that's how I'll approach these in the future. But yeah, Mario Kart is going to be 24 players in the next game. Isn't that insane? That's literally twice as much chaos as usual. Let's see. Ooh, okay, I'll address this one because I've gotten questions about it a lot. It's not really relevant to memberships, but it is still a question I'm asked often. Would you ever let one of your siblings be a guest on stream, like what other VTubers have done? Here, I'll shorten it to just guest on stream. I've thought about it. I don't know that I'm interested in it. I'd prefer to protect their privacy. I really prefer to keep them safe and anonymous in every way, including their voice. But, you know, I do get asked this question a lot because I have 4 siblings and they're all very dear to me and I talk about them a lot. But, you know, I don't think I'd ever feel comfortable having them on. I think it's a lot of pressure and I wouldn't want them to be nervous, or I wouldn't want to put their safety at risk. I hope you understand. I hope that's not too disappointing. I know a lot of people out there have done it and it's always so much fun to watch. I think the closest thing I could do to this would be to like forward messages from them, maybe. I'd have to look into it. It could be possible. Maybe I could even do something pre-recorded and just digitally alter their voice so that they remain anonymous. But yeah, no, I'd prefer not to put anything at risk. I feel comfortable and safe hanging out with you like this, but it is still a pretty, you know, there's some risk that comes with this line of work, and I wouldn't want to put my family in danger. You're the firstborn? Yes, I am. I'm the eldest son, the eldest of 5. Yeah, I'd prefer not to mix it up. I hope you weren't like hoping for or looking forward to that or anything. I see somebody. I won't drop it on because if I put it on the screen, I'm going to start talking about music again. But I'll answer really quickly. Multiple people in a row actually asked for my favorite song from Into the Woods, or my favorite Stephen Sondheim song, or my musical theater favorite song. I think all of them are the same, and it is Last Midnight. It is Last Midnight, when the song for the climax sung by the witch. I love it so much. I would love to sing it for you someday in the future. Okay, let's see. But I have to move on. I can't talk about music anymore. It's too much. It's too much. Okay. Let's talk about something stream related. Okay, there's one. Oh, whoops. Okay, about your voice packs. So they ask if I could explain my voice packs a little bit. I try to do this whenever I say it as if it's happened more than once, but I'll try to explain it every time a voice pack drops, just in case there's anybody who's dropped by in between. But to clarify this a little bit and explain my approach just one more time, while we've got people here hanging out for the party. My approach for voice packs will be to participate in as many as I can. I will skip some. There will be some, honestly, multiple in a row where I'm not participating, so do not expect it from me every single month. I try to plan out my schedule ahead so that if it's a month that I'm not working on a voice pack, that's a month that I can spend working on music, for example. Or vice versa. If it's a month where I'm not working on music, I can start doubling up on voice packs. It's very important that I balance both my voice and my time responsibly, and it's kind of difficult, but even with this in mind, I will do my best to do as many as I can. So I hope that you can look forward to those. Something to mention is that some voice packs will be canon. They'll be actually just me speaking as Kaelix Debonair to you, just as we normally do on stream and stuff like that. Just hanging out, normal scenarios, real scenarios, but others will be alternate universe scenarios. I really love a what if episode, and there are a lot of prompts that they've done in the past that really, like, I don't know, they really activate that part of my brain. For example, there was the one where like the liver in the voice pack was tiny, like they could fit in your hand. I eat up themes like that. I want those. I want to participate in those. So any themes like those that encourage a what if, trust that I'll probably participate in it. But there will also be some where it's just me talking as Kaelix, Kaelix the bouncer of By the Beat. And I will let you know whenever one drops if it is canon or not, just in case you're the type that's like, I hate AUs, I hate fun, I want the real Kaelix. Wah, wah, wah. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, just in case, if you're ever curious, I will let you know. For context, the current one that is currently selling for the next, what is it? The next week and a half? Yeah, till the 30th, I think, is when it drops and like leaves the store. But until the 30th, I think, till the end of April, there is one that's currently available called Rise and Shine. It is a morning, getting up in the morning themed, waking up themed voice pack. And I am participating in this one. It's my very first one. Zeal and Seible are also in it, so you should check theirs out as well. They're very, very good at this stuff, in my opinion. But yeah, for this one, if you're curious and you aren't aware yet, this one is canon compliant. So it is, in fact, me speaking as myself. They stopped being available. Yeah, voice packs are not forever. I think there are some that are permanent, but the monthly ones are not. They're available for a limited time, usually about half a month, and then they'll go away. But they come back sometimes for a limited time. I think they recently started reselling the share house, right? They recently reopened that one. Where they don't offer anything like new. It's still the same one as before, but you can have it again if you missed your chance the first time or if you weren't around when it was dropped. So yeah, so they'll sometimes resell them in the future. So if you miss it and you become a fan in the future and you weren't there when I dropped this one or that one, trust that it can and might come back sometime. But it's not permanent. It's a tight window. So if you're the type that's really all about keeping it forever and never losing it, you got to strike fast. This one was my very first time writing one, as I mentioned, so I've got a lot to learn. I don't think I mentioned this detail yet, but I was actually still recovering from my sickness that I got when I was in Japan when I recorded this. So my voice was really weak. My voice was pretty weak. So I did my best, and I split it up into a bunch of different sessions to make it as natural sounding as I possibly could, but I think it kind of shows. So I think I'll be a lot stronger in future voice packs. So if you try this one out and you're like, Kaelix not your best, don't worry, I'll get better. I promise. I'm gonna do my best. You okay now? Yeah, I've recovered by now. I'm much better now. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that sickness anymore. Yeah, I had a lot of fun either way. I really loved writing it. I look forward to writing more scripts in the future, so I hope you can enjoy. Had no idea you were sick. Oh, okay, thank goodness. It's so obvious to me, but I couldn't tell for sure. I wasn't sure if it was obvious to anybody else. Couldn't tell. Well done. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I was so scared that you'd listen to it and be like, why does he sound like this? Yeah, they'll sound slightly different as we go. And the nature of the scripts may change a little bit as we get to know each other better. So yeah, I hope you can look forward to that. I think that's everything to cover voice packs. I hope that wasn't too much as well, because I know I've talked about this before, but this is a good stream to kind of explain anything at length. Anything related to my activities. Speaking of being a broken record and answering things multiple times, I'm going to answer one that I've answered a few times one more time, and then I'm never going to address it ever again. I hope you understand. Being a creator is all about repeating yourself all the time and stressing information in as many different ways as you can, because it's kind of difficult to keep up as a viewer, I think. They ask, will I see hand cams in the future? Will we see hand cams from Kaelix Debonair in the future? I can't say yes and I can't say no. I don't plan to. I don't mind to. For example, if I was invited to a group hand cam, I would say yes. I would be there for it. But it's not the kind of content that I'm personally interested in. I prefer that you look up here at my eyes. Look at my face. Yeah, I don't know. I also just am not particularly invested in like getting the tech that I need for it right now. It's not at all on my mind. So I have no plans for it. I have ideas for it maybe in the distant future, but yeah, do not expect it. It may never come. But again, I'm not uncomfortable with it, so there's still a chance. Just don't look forward to it. Yeah, I'd be more than comfy. I know you're so interested in seeing my hands, huh? You just want to see my hands so bad. Yeah, no, not anytime soon. Maybe never. Maybe never on my own channel. Probably never on my own channel. If I do it, it'll be because I was invited to join somebody else's, or because there's something really, really big that I have to celebrate. Why you want to see my hands so bad, huh? You're so silly. You can be so silly sometimes. Okay. Let's see. I need to hydrate really quick. More interested in eye contact. Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, this is one that I can kind of get into. It was similar to the first question, or this is similar to what the first question was, but a little different. Here, I'll paraphrase a little bit. Audition for NIJISANJI EN. So why did I audition for NIJISANJI? This might be why you're curious. Why am I here? What is my goal? What am I doing here? What's the point? What's the point of all this? What was the motivation? Because I told you that I tried once, but I never talked about why. For me, all I really want now is to live a life that makes me smile and to sing and to be heard as I sing. That's what I really want. Most of all is to sing and to be heard. I remember when they asked me, like, what do you want to do here? Why are you trying for this? That's what I said. I said, all I want is to sing and be heard. If I can have that, I'll be happy. I'll be happy with anything. Any number, any metric, any combination of people, I'll be content as long as I can sing. That's all I want. I love to sing, and I love to sing together. I love to hang out. So that's all I really want. That was my biggest goal. I wanted to sing and be able to make that all that I have to worry about. I wanted to have that be enough. And I wanted to be able to give everything I have to that. I think in a lot of industries and in a lot of situations, you can sing, but you also have to do like XYZ other stuff. Being here for me means that I have the support, both physical and like emotional support, right? I have the emotional support from talents and then the physical support from staff and management. I have the support that I need to make this my everything. So I genuinely, I cannot thank NIJISANJI enough for giving me a place here. I cannot thank my coworkers enough for showing me so much patience and kindness and for setting up, paving the way for me to join, setting the precedent for me to join under. And I cannot thank you enough for being here to support me. Genuinely, it means more than I could ever articulate in words. I say that a lot, but it's true. Like I'm struggling. It's like a word salad trying to get out to you how I feel about this and about you and about everything. But all I really know to say is thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. I will do my best from here on out to deserve it. And I will do my best to share lots of smiles with you. Yeah, I think that's really it. There were other smaller, like more tedious and unnoteworthy things that were motives behind it. For example, I'm trying to think. What is a good one? Oh, here's an actual noteworthy one. I hate doing things alone. I can be a bit of an individual thinker, but it is so lonely to work on your own. I want to have people there with me. I want to have people that I can work with. I want to have people that I can hang out with. I want to have people that I can talk to in a more serious context who understand exactly what I'm going through. I want solidarity, and I want to represent a group. I want to stand as a representative of something other than just myself, And I take that responsibility very, very seriously. I know I can be a bit of a clown, and I can do some ridiculous stuff and say some ridiculous stuff, but I still take my role here very, very seriously. It's very important to me, so that was another humongous motive for me. I wanted to do the things that I love, but not by myself. So I'm very, very privileged not to just stand here with a ton of cool senpai that I can get along with and that I can do cool stuff with and that I can rely on whenever I'm unsure about something, but to also have the other members of By the Beat here with me to support me in everything and to do everything with me and to help me figure things out and to give me hope and to give me motivation. And yeah, it means the world to me. I'm very, very thankful. So yeah, that's another thing. I just didn't want to be alone. Very thankful to not be alone. And of course, it's also worth mentioning that I'm very privileged to have you here with me. I feel like there's this humongous chance that we never would have met if I never joined. So I thank my lucky stars that I did and that I got in. It means a lot to me. I know I'm like a broken record just saying the same 5 bytes over and over again, but it's really all I've got. Genuinely, oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Honestly, as emo that was, that kind of makes it a good last question, don't you think? What do you think? Is that a good last question? There are other things that I should probably talk about, but as I mentioned, I'll assume a very similar format for my first members only stream, and I may do it for other members only streams in the future as well. So if there's anything on your mind, feel free to save it for that, or feel free to forward things to the Egosa tag that I mentioned earlier. Again, in moderation, don't spam it with a billion questions, please, because I can't look at all of them if it's too spammed up. But yeah, feel free to keep it in your mind, ask it another time. And if anything is unclear that I've already explained, feel free to ask for elaboration as needed as well. Yeah, because I sang today as well, I'm running out of voice. I don't know if it shows in the sound of my voice, but I'm feeling that there's like I don't know if you're aware of this, but when you talk or sing or yell too much, there's this little warning sign at the base of your throat. It's like a warning. It's like a light. It's a red light that goes beep, beep, beep. Stop talking now. It's just like a little tight. So I need to wrap up soon, unfortunately. I'd love to sit here and hang out forever though. Yeah, if you like this setting that we have here, if you like just talking like this, there's more of that to come in members only streams. So I hope that if you have joined, that you can enjoy that when the time comes. Okay, let's wrap up. I'm gonna go to the home screen, and I can't show you my schedule for next week because I still have to render it. I still have to get it approved as well. But I'll talk a little bit about tomorrow again, and then I'll find somebody to redirect to if that's okay with you. All right. Why do you keep falling asleep? Wake up. Hey, up and at him. Oh my goodness. Well, all right, I guess you're just gonna be like that for a bit. Oh, there you are. Okay, welcome back to the world of the living. All right, so again, I cannot show you my schedule for tomorrow, but I will tell you about it. So first off, as always, as it's a Sunday, EDT at least, I will be playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild as usually scheduled. I know I had to derail from it last week, but we're going back to Sundays as long as I can. I believe next we're gonna head up into Elden. We spent last stream, like this last Sunday, preparing for it, getting fireproof potions, getting those lizards, stuff like that, and now we're ready to go. So we're gonna go up to the volcano and meet some rock people. Very excited for that. So I hope you can look forward to it as well. Also, it'll be a double stream day. I have a collab later that night, so the Breath of the Wild stream will be a little bit shorter than usual. I say than usual, but you know, with Breath of the Wild, I'm either gonna go for 2 hours or 7 hours. It's hard to step away sometimes. But yeah, it'll be a little bit shorter just so I can have some time to get ready for the collab, make sure everything's working for that, rest my voice a little bit as well. But after that, later that night at 7 p.m. PDT, 10 p.m. EDT, 11 a.m. JST, I will be joining in a repo collab with Vanta Senpai, Wilson Senpai, Vox Senpai, Luca Senpai, and Shu Senpai. So I hope that you can look forward to that. Very curious about the game. Very curious about playing with a couple of these guys, because I haven't actually been in a stream collab properly with Zaddy Senpai yet. Haven't done anything properly with Shu Senpai either. I've done stuff with Vanta, Wilson, and Vox so far, but I'm curious to see about like the group dynamic, working cooperatively. And I've also never played Repo. I've played Lethal Company with friends before, but I figure Repo is very, very different in a lot of ways. So I'm very, very excited to see what that's all about. Hope we can make some funny memories. Yeah, that's all I can tell you about for now. I have to lock in the rest of my schedule. I'll get it to you as soon as possible. Ideally, maybe tomorrow. It should be tomorrow. I think if I finish it tonight, I should be able to upload it tomorrow. Usually that's the flow, but yeah, I'll get that to you as soon as possible. So I hope we can look forward to that. What else is there to say? Oh, a humongous thank you as well for everybody who gave me super chats today. Everybody who sent along a super chat or a Streamlabs tip. I was seeing both of them as the stream progressed. I have a little, I can't show it to you, but I have a little bar here on my screen that lists them in order as they come in. It shows the person's name and the message. And I haven't been responding to them, but I have been seeing and trying my best to read them as we go. I will look into thanking them out loud. Due to the scale, it'll either be a really, really long stream or a moderate stream where I'm just thanking by name and maybe reading the messages after a certain amount, just to be fair and just to make sure that it doesn't take a billion years. But I will try my best to thank you properly for it. And after the stream is over, immediately after I finish my other post-stream chores, I'm immediately going to start reading every single one in order of receipt. So please trust trust me when I tell you that your message will reach me, and I appreciate it very much. I feel very bad, like very guilty actually, that I can't read out everything as much as I'd like to. I just don't. I don't have enough voice to go around. It's so sad. Yeah, please trust me when I say that I appreciate it and I see it. So thank you so much for your support. I genuinely, oh my goodness. I get so emo. I don't know. I take it very, very seriously. So I feel very lame for not being able to do more than just say a blanket thank you. So I'll look into catching up maybe. No promises. I don't want to commit to it if I can't do it in the end. I'll have to look into how many it is and how long it would take and how I could schedule it. And I'd also have to pay attention to the flow for future streams as well. One of my goals is to eventually in the future settle into a system of like reading them at the end of a stream, depending on the scale. But if it ever reaches a situation like today, where it's a lot because it's a special day, for one, I appreciate your support. But for two, in that situation, I may have to break it up. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. I believe in us. Okay. So I have to figure out the actual redirect for today. So I'm gonna look and see who's live. And while I do, I'm gonna see, I'm gonna explain redirect etiquette to you. Oh, they started. Oh, whose POV should I go to? We're gonna raid into Zeal and Albin Senpai. Or should I call him Albin Mother? Albin Mama? Just Mother, maybe? Because we're Albin's Nyanya Sparkle Kittens or whatever it was, right? Yeah, I remember that. But they are playing Project Sekai Colorful Stage. Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage. Very, very excited to see that. They're both really, really cracked at this game. They're the type that will like just pull out a full combo like it's nothing, talking the whole time. So I really, really admire that. I'm the type where if I play a rhythm game, I go dead silent. I can't say a single word and I still don't get the full combo. So I'm very excited to see what kind of conversations they're having and what kind of songs they're playing. So feel free to stay tuned for that. So to walk you through etiquette, now that I figured out who it is, figured out faster than usual. When we cross over, I need you to do one thing for me really quick, immediately. First things first, all right? Take this super seriously. It's a big responsibility I'm giving you, all right? Scroll down and read the description. Check for the rules. You'll find rules. You'll find boundaries, all right? Read those rules, every single one, and follow them to a T, okay? It's very important. We don't want to step on anybody's toes. We do not want to be an interruption. That's even more important, especially with this. This is a collab, so this is a big deal. We gotta tune in. It's so entertaining. Let's start talking about them instead, all right? Unspoken rule, unwritten rule is that when you get there, you shouldn't go when they're talking about me. Should not go when they're talking about my memberships being open. Shouldn't talk about my karaoke. These guys are nice, and because they're nice, there's a very strong chance that they'll be like, oh, Kaelix, thank you for the redirect. What did you guys do today? Did you have fun? They may ask questions. If they do, just say a little bit, all right? Let it die as fast as possible, because otherwise we're an interruption. We need to become their viewers in this moment. You see what I'm saying? We need to become Zerpents and Takaradachi in this moment. So get immersed, all right? Get invested in what they're doing. Be nice and polite. Don't take away too much attention. We do not want to assume all the space in the room. So that's where we're gonna go. I figure you understand this by now. I try to explain it every time just in case there's anybody new, but I appreciate how good you are at following the idea, following along. So I think that covers everything for today. Sorry I was such a rambler today. I'm still honestly waking up, to be so for real with you. But I'm gonna get a bunch of stuff done this evening. I'm gonna lock in, get you the schedule as soon as possible, figure out other stuff that I cannot talk about yet. But yeah, I'm gonna have a busy rest of my day, so I hope that you can have a wonderful and ideally a restful rest of your day. I don't know if you're at work or at school. I hope that goes well for the rest of it. And I hope that if you are, when you clock out, when you go home, you can have some nice rest. I hope that your next meal is extra tasty. Treat yourself to something nice. It's a big day. It's a big day for both of us, so you deserve a little treat. You deserve maybe a little dessert or maybe something extra tasty, savory. Yeah, do it in my name, all right? I'm gonna live vicariously through you. I think I might end up just making some pasta in my case, but yeah, have a nice meal for your next meal. Have some nice sleep when the time comes to rest. If you're staying up late to see this, don't do that anymore. Please fix your schedule. But I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for coming. And I hope that when it comes time for you to sleep, that you get some nice dreams, that you are restful. Your support means the world to me, so I'm wishing you the best in everything. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you for coming out and supporting me. All right. I'll see you again tomorrow with Zelda and a collab. Schedule as soon as possible. Bye bye. Mata ashita.
今日は来てくれてありがとうございました。応援してくれてもありがとう。バイバイ。